Yeah. So this is a depressing time right now. The beginning of the year is starting a little bit hardcore. The beginning of the year is starting a little bit hardcore, and it's a little bit depressing. But nonetheless, all this depression, I still haven't forgotten how powerful I have become. It's really amazing. I was fighting off witches, man, in that hospital. Shit was crazy, man. There was the Illuminati was sending like witches and stuff. I don't know, man. There's some other people that was trying to send curses. I was fighting off a bunch of witches at the same time. Shit was crazy, man. I dispatched at least 10. Nah, 6. At least six witches. Shit was crazy. Um Trying to make me bug out and shit like that. The F out of here. So anyway, so I've grown very, very powerful through all this nonsensical BS that's going on right now. And I want to thank the demonic realm for that because they helped me a lot, man. They gave me a lot of information. They gave me a lot of strength and a lot of information. And I don't think it's like, bro, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I feel like the only thing that's keeping me together is duct tape. You know, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like sometimes I feel like the only thing keeping me together is like duct tape. So basically, they're the duct tape. You know what I mean? And they're keeping me together, man. And I have to give some thanks to that shit. So, anyways, man, the point I'm trying to make here is when in your demonic practice, whichever it is. Like I said, if I could, I would love the whole world to become demonologists, But that's not how things work. But regardless, when you are trying to gain power from the abyss, you gotta have trust, and you gotta know what you want. Those are very important things because I don't feel like I remember once. I think I was just angry, or I was just like I was tripping or something like that. Because one day I know I did a video saying like demonology is easy or some shit like that. But it's not. It really isn't. It's not that easy. Because okay, look, it's just not. Okay, it's not because they're not always gonna tell you what to do. Sometimes you have to figure it out yourself. Sometimes you have to figure out what it is that you really want in order to have it. And sometimes you want something, but you actually want something else. Or sometimes they actually know something that you really want, and they're getting ready to give you that, but you ask for something else instead. So that happens a lot, and so sometimes you think you think you didn't do the ritual right, and you're wondering what the heck did I do wrong, and you're like, no, it's not that you didn't do it wrong. It's you're not listening to yourself. Like I said, demonology is very cerebral. Demons are very cerebral. Everybody thinks demons are crazy, screaming blah 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 blah. No, they're very cerebral. Like they will fuck with you, but for a good reason. Like they'll fuck with you, but for a good reason. Pardon my language. Um, they'll mess with you, but for a good reason. So you gotta do that. Um, so it's like a labyrinth. It's like you're going into, when you enter the abyss, it looks like there's no walls and it's limitless. But in actuality, your mind creates those walls. I mean, it's true that it's limitless and there's absolutely nothing there except you. But because of how you grew up, your childhood traumas, your childhood joys and traumas, trials and tribulations, those are all walls. Those are all memories. And the walls are memories. So when you entering the maze of the abyss, that is your mind, you gotta if you're entering the world of magic, you gotta recognize those walls. You have to recognize those ideas because you put them there in the first place. And that might be the reason why something is not working. You know what I mean? That might be the reason why whatever. It might be the reason why something's not working, you know? Or you're having a little bit of difficulty. So, like I said, this is the reason why demonology is actually complicated. It's actually hard because you're entering the maze of your own mind. You will have, well, in order to make your spells work, because spells will work anyways. That's not what I wanted to say. In order to gain more power, you will have to face your own labyrinth. You will have to enter your own labyrinth, and you will have to face your own memories, fears, trials, tribulation, blah, blah, blah. And you will have to go over them. You know what I mean? You're going to have to turn right or turn left on one of those memories. I want this to happen, basically. You know what I mean? I want this to happen. I remember this. I like this. I want more of this. I'm turning right. And then, I don't like that. I've seen this. I don't like that. I'm turning left. So, and what this does is, you're giving whoever demon that you're working with the most, your patrons, you're giving your patrons a blueprint of yourself by doing so. And when you do that, whether you're aware of it or not, because sometimes you're not even aware that you're doing that. It's something that what I just said is something that people actually do, but might not be aware of, or they might not be aware of how important it is, but they still do it. So when you're doing it on purpose, you're giving your demons a blueprint of who you are, what you want, what your aspirations are, and whatnot. So they know how to deal with you. They already know how to deal with you, and you don't know that they already know. You know what I mean? But they already know. Dependently, if they know you, if they are aware of you, if you're a practitioner, so on and so on. It's raining outside. So, yesterday, I did a ritual. Today I did a ritual. Yesterday I did a ritual. It was very interesting, the ritual I did yesterday. And before I say what I'm going to say, I know you shouldn't shout out people on YouTube and stuff because it always end up bad, but whatever, something like that. It's not something that's, whatever. But Santanya, man, I gotta give you props, man. I love those meditation things, those chants, those ends. They're great. I don't like all of them. Well, there's some of them that doesn't agree with me. There's some spirits that don't agree with me, but I use the Azmodeus one a lot. I use the Lucifer one a lot. So that's pretty cool shit. So Tanya, that's pretty cool, man. So anyways, what was I saying? So yeah, man, I did a ritual last night. And I called him Azmodeus, and I had a conversation with him, and he told me that the reason why you are given all these gifts is because you're a somebody. You're not a nobody. And then I was like, okay, but who am I? You know what I mean? So, but that's the first question I asked. I asked him, who am I? He said, somebody. And I was like, okay, I get that. I see what you're trying to say. I see where you're going with this. And then I think I asked a couple more questions, and he ended up telling me that I'm a god. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, he did. So, Azmodeus told me I was a god, bro. Like, what? What? So yeah, I'm a little bit, you know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean? You know, I'm a somebody, you know. But there are other gods on earth. I'm not the only one. You know, there are other gods. They might not be aware, you know, or they might be aware. It depends. You know what I mean? But me, personally, I'm happy. You know, I'm happy to hear that news, especially from Azmodeus. Especially from Azmodeus, because Modus, he's not the type to give you like compliments for no reason. You know what I mean? I don't think he's the type of dude that just give you a compliment. You know, just out, you know, the clear blue sky. Although I wouldn't say compassionate, but he's empathetic to people. He's empathetic to people. So he understands when somebody's depressed. He understands when somebody's happy. He understands when somebody's being a little bit cupid. You know what I mean? He's being a little bit overzealous. You know what I mean? Just like today, I was a little bit overzealous, and he kind of like, you got to clean that ish up. And I was like, okay. So yeah, I don't know what to do with this news, man. Like, you know, like you just dropped it. That's a bombshell right there, man. That's like a nuclear bomb to have like a god telling you you're a god. I'm like, whoa. What the heck is going on? Which is, at this point, I kind of understand why. Because I don't know if you guys been paying attention to what I've been doing, but it's a bit fucking out there. Yeah, you know, like, so, pardon my language, you know, I gotta be more regal. I gotta be more regal and graceful. I just don't want to bore you to death. So yeah, I'm gonna have to clean I'm gonna have to clean up my act, man, cause dude, I'm a somebody now. I'm a somebody now, man. So the future is looking quite interesting. You know, the future is gonna look very, very interesting, man. I don't know, like if we can do all this today, and let's face it, we're all of us are like what 30 something years old. We still got a good 30 more years left of this shenanigan. So I don't know what kind of shenanigans we're gonna be doing in 5, 10, 15 years if we're already this strong. So this is why we need to be careful, because we don't want to miss the boat here, man. I know a lot of you guys want to fight the good fight, and you want to, but be patient and listen, observe and listen. Don't just react. I mean, like, you know, you got the power to react. I understand that. You got the power to do something, I understand that. But just because you got the power to do something, that doesn't mean you should do it. So, look, we're already very powerful. And I'm not talking about me. I said we. And you can demonic realm, people and all. We're already very powerful and we're very young, might I add. Because if you watch the movies, the shit that we do today, in the movies, it's always a dude with a long white beard and he's old and, you know, he's like decrepit and shit, you know, because he's been studying in the library for decades and centuries and shit like that. He's like 500 years old. He's old. The dude is old. You know what I mean? We're not old. We're young. We're very young. You know what I mean? So, yeah, we are going to fight the good fight, and I believe that we are going to win. Most undoubtedly so. Most undoubtedly so, we're going to win. The good people are going to win. Let me just clarify what I'm saying here. The good folks are going to win this battle. Hands down. It's not even fair. It's a landslide. And this is the reason why I'm here. Because I'm here to tell you the problem is not you being able to whoop their asses. The problem is, what are you going to do once that happens? That's my problem. Because then you got some commies, you got some freaking communists that wants to live in the woods. You got some hippie communists that wants to live in the fucking woods, and then you got people like me that are how do you say, progressive, you know what I mean, or you know, they believe in technology and science, blah 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 blah. They wanna create a utopia, a highly advanced utopia. You know what I mean? That's what I want. I'm a magician, but what I really want, I'm a magician because I want people to evolve. You know, I don't think magic should be forgotten. I don't think magic should be put to the side. You know what I mean? I want a highly involved society. I don't feel like living in the fucking woods, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Hey, I love nature. There's nothing wrong with nature. I love nature. But just my utopia has nothing to do with cutting all the trees. That's not what I'm saying. You know what I mean? There are some utopians that believe in cutting all the trees and shit like that. But those guys are anarchists or corrupted government officials. That's not my style. I believe that everything has its place. I don't think that we should bother nature more than we have to, unless we have to. You know what I mean? But of course, I know there's some people that, you know, they just see profit. They just see profit. They just see profit. So they don't care that they don't care nature is dying. They don't care that there's not enough water in the sea. No pun intended. No offense meant. They don't care that the animals are dying. They don't care about shit. All they want is profit. That's not what I'm saying. Just because I believe in a utopian society, a technologically advanced or enlightened, not technologically advanced, an enlightened utopian society, that does not mean that I want to cut all the damn trees or I want to kill some animals and shit like that. Absolutely not. On the contrary, if we can make more trees quicker and faster, that'd be great. You know what I mean? But we have to know how to do it first. So we have to do some experimenting. We have to conduct experiences. You know what I mean? We got to research. We got to read. We got to do shit. You know, and I'm kidding, all you hippies that wants to live in the woods. You guys do what you want. There's nothing wrong with that. That's great. I love tiny homes. Tiny homes are awesome. I think they're freaking awesome. I think everybody should have a tiny home so that they can have like outside, like spend time outside of the house with like their spouse or their girlfriends, or even bring a date to a tiny home. Tiny homes are awesome. You know what I mean? So I have no problem with the communist hippies. Anyways, man, this video is too damn long. I'll see you guys on the next one. And all the hail Lucifer. And thank you, Azmodeus, for this beautiful gift of self-knowledge and other gifts that he is bringing me. So, you know, I hope that's going to encourage you to practice a little bit of spell work yourself. You know what I mean? If it doesn't, let me know in the comment section. If I missed something or I skipped a part or there's something you want to know, let me know. I'll make another video. I don't know why I can't answer the comment section on my YouTube. Probably, maybe my computer has some kind of virus. I'm starting to, you know, everything works fine except the comment section. So I don't know. So anyways, see you guys later. Please subscribe, share, leave a like, and I'll see you guys later. Be graceful. Okay, it's not just me that has to be graceful. Be graceful, regal, and we'll see you on the next one. Have a good one. Peace out.